myself. Hey YouTube, I am about to show you guys what is happening in the 8.0 update in Nail Design Studio. I'm also going to be live on TikTok as well. So if I talk to my TikTok people, don't be alarmed. I am on both. I'm doing both. I can still see your comments on YouTube though, so don't worry. If you have any questions, comments over there, I can see what you're saying and I can respond. Okay, so we are going to go over the 8.0 updates today. Why am I saying tonight? It's like 10 in the morning. Uh, but yeah, we're going to go over the 8.0 updates in Nail Design Studio. Let me try to get some more people in here on TikTok right quick. But anywho, let's just jump into some of the stuff that's obvious and visible on the screen. So if you already have the app, then you already know this is new. This is something to help with the print sizes. I realize a lot of people use Nail Design Studio to make decals. So you're going to want your prints to come out correctly without having to do a lot of test pages or try to figure out what settings you need. So this instruction is new here. It says, if you can't read it because it is kind of small, I may make it bigger in the final rollout that happens later tonight. It says for accurate print size, when printing, set the scale to 100% or actual size. Do not scale to fit or auto fit. DPI is embedded in the PNG downloads when the tip sizes are set. So the tip sizes will download correctly no matter what you're doing. If you're downloading as a PDF, if you are printing, or if you're downloading as an image, okay? So that's a new instruction there. You'll also note that there is a checkbox here that says include nail notes in download. So you guys know we have notes here. I'm just gonna put one in here just for this. And then I'm gonna save it, and then you just click that. And once you do a print preview, it will show. Let's put some images in these frames just for the sake of me showing you how that looks. I'm just gonna use that, and I'm gonna put it on all 10 nails. Nothing crazy. Let's do my print preview in a full set instead of 5 nails. So we're gonna go ahead and open our print preview, and you see our print preview is there. If you click the notes checkbox in here, it will show up. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it, but you see at the bottom it says 3D flower. So if you want to print your notes out, you can print your notes out. Also, if you download your image, it will print the note on the image too. So I'm gonna click that box again, click PNG, transparent download, download it, and open it up. And if you can see, it opened up like big, but you can see that the note is right up under that. Okay, so it will download with your images no matter what. So if you have, if you decide you want to download it as a picture, or you want to download it as a PDF, or you want to print it out, they will print, they will download, no matter which option you choose. So that's the first update, or the first visible updates, because I just went over the print size instructions. I actually may move that into the print preview. I just really don't want the print preview to be super cluttered. While we're talking about the print view, let's talk about another feature that has been added for the 8.0 update. If you are joining from TikTok, welcome. I am also live on the Red app as well, so if you want a larger view, you can go and find me over there. I am Orlando Nail Tech over there as well. So if you hear me like talking to 2 different audiences, that's why, because I'm live in 2 places right now. But if you have questions, I can see your questions on both platforms. So if you're on TikTok and you have a question, just type it in the chat and I can see it. Same thing for the people on the Red app. Okay, so the next new feature for 8.0, and if you are curious, I am dropping these updates tonight. This app is already out and available. If you don't have it, just tap my profile. You can find it from there. I confirm that the link is there because yesterday TikTok played in my face, but the link is there. And if you have questions, of course, you can drop them in the chat. If you have questions about features or you want to see a specific feature demonstrated, I can do that. But I always record a video when I do my update, so that's what I'm doing here, letting everybody know what's happening in the 8.0 update. Okay, so now we are in our print preview. If you already have this app, you already probably can see something that is a little bit different. I'm gonna get rid of the ruler just for now, just so we can go over this new feature. So people have been asking, and I've been trying to get it to work correctly before I roll it out. But now you are able to add previously saved projects to your printout. So whatever decals you want to print, if you've made some before and you want to print them all on one sheet instead of having to duplicate just one, you can add sets from a saved set. You can add the press-ons or the decals from a save set. I guess that's what we're gonna say. So I have 3 save sets here. And if you're on TikTok, thanks for joining. If you could tap the screen, that would be amazing. It costs you nothing to tap the screen. If you have questions, of course, I will answer. So, show your girl some love. You have 3 different projects that I've saved here. They are randomly named, so don't judge me. Once you click it, you can pick which nails you want to include on your printout. I'm going to just leave it checked with all of them, and I'm going to add it as row 2. So typically, if you have medium to long, well, basically short, medium, long, you can add 4 different sets to one sheet. If you have extra long, it's probably going to end up being 3 sets on one sheet. Okay, so this was a set that I saved before. Now I have 2 different sets on my sheet ready to print. This is the set that I just started today, so it's the current view. You can add your current view, or you can add other projects that you've saved. And you could just keep going down the line. So now I'm going to add another set. I'm going to add that second one. Now that is row 3. It's whatever you've saved. So instead of you having to print them all separately, you can print them all together. Okay, and you also still can use the nail outline removal for all of those. So I'm going to click that, and you see it takes it away. So if you click the nail outline box, it can put it back or take it away, because some people don't want the outline there. Some people like it and don't mind it. Okay, and then you would just print it. Now that instruction that I was talking about the 100%, you want to make sure your scale is set to 100% here to make sure everything prints the way it's supposed to print. If you start messing with this, it's going to make it smaller, and it's not going to come out the way you've saved it. So if you wanted to print actual size, the correct size, you're going to leave it at 100%. And then you would just go and print as normal down here, click print, or download as PDF. Okay, so you now can put, well, you now will be able to put 4 sets on one sheet. Let me zoom out so y'all can see it better, but that's what it would look like. Okay, and it's going to go off of whatever sizes, whatever designs, whatever colors you had on those save sets. The save feature has also been updated. There was a glitch in it before, so I did fix that glitch, and it's working now. Okay, you also can drag this around. So if you feel like that pinky on that pink set was a little too close to the edge, you can still drag this around. Okay, so that is one of the new updates that is coming tonight in the 8.0 update. I try to update later, so nobody's in the middle of making something and then it updates and they lose whatever they're working on. I also put a message at the top of the app letting you know that it is undergoing maintenance, I guess you could say, and then there'll be a little delay. Okay, 2 people watching me on TikTok and I only got 79 likes. All right, I see how y'all feel about me. Okay, so that is another feature coming to the 8.0 update. We're going to go ahead and do this other feature that I was fighting with yesterday on live, but I think I got it right now. So I hope it does not embarrass me in front of company. I'm going to go ahead and click. So if you are new here, this feature you haven't been shown before. Thank you for the likes, Express Nails. I appreciate you. If you're new here and just seeing this for the first time, there is a new button on our layout. Our layout is also in 2 rows now instead of 1, because I keep adding new features. So it used to just be 1 row straight across, but as I add more stuff, we are having to make it 2 rows instead of 1. So our newest feature is called Measure, and if you click on that, how it works, and it has instructions and an example video in there. But essentially how it works is the quarter method for people who make press-ons. So your client sends you a picture of their fingernail, and they put their nail next to a coin. It could be a quarter, it could be a dime, it could be a nickel, does not matter. And then once you get their picture, you would typically zoom in and match your coin to their coin, and then that's how you know how big to make their press-ons, or like what sizes to pick for the tips. Okay, now you can do that right in here. So you're going to upload a picture of the four fingers next to a coin, and then after you set all of those sizes, it will ask you to upload a picture of the thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and click tap to upload hand photo, and it tells you which one it wants first. So it wants the hand photo first. I'm going to put my hand there. Now, why are you not uploading? I said don't embarrass me in front of company. Like literally, I just tested this last night. Okay, so how about I refresh the page? Let's try that. Because we are in the test environment, so don't worry. By the time this gets released, it will be functioning how it's supposed to function. But I just want to make sure. Okay, there we go. So we are in the test environment, so don't be alarmed, all right? So what it'll do is it's going to pop up that picture that you uploaded. There is a coin-sized circle. You're going to make sure that circle is right over your coin on the image, okay? And then once you have it perfectly over it, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. So if they have a dime, for example, you can make it smaller. It's not going to stay stuck at the quarter size. Once you have it the way you want it, right over the coin next to their fingers, you'll click looks right. Okay, so that's set. Now, how to mark your fingers. What you're going to do, it'll tell you at the top, it says start with the index finger, tap the left edge of the nail bed, and then you're going to tap the other side. So we're starting with the index, and we're going to click on the sidewall right here, and we'll click on the other side right here. It's going to give you a preview nail above it. You can drag that nail around to like bring it down to the cuticle, and then your sizes are up here at the top. So it's defaulted to almond medium. I'm going to change it to square extra long. Okay, so that's how that looks, and then you're going to confirm it. Then you're going to go ahead and keep going down the line and do every single finger the same way. I'm going to use the same sizing. Click confirm. And, I don't have to keep saying it. And you don't have to drag it down to confirm it. I just do that just so I can see how it looks. If you make a mistake like I just did, you see how I put the dot on top of the nail instead of on the sidewall. Thank you guys for the likes, by the way. If you make a mistake, there's an undo button at the top. You can just undo it and then fix it again, and then change your length and your shape. Okay, and you'll click confirm size. Now it's gonna ask you for the thumb photo. So we're gonna get our thumb photo. I think that's it. Okay, so we got our thumb photo. We have our circle. So we're gonna make our circle fit the coin. And then we're going to say it looks right, and we're going to do our sidewall measurements here. And we'll go up here and make it square extra long like our other stuff. And then we're going to confirm the size, okay? So then it's going to do the review and apply. She said, this is real cool. Thank you, Moonlight. Thank you. Keep staying pressed. Appreciate you guys. So now you got all your measurements in here. These are in millimeters, only because it just makes more sense because nails are small enough to where you don't really want to use inches, I guess, unless you're using doing like extendos, but most people aren't. So we're going to click apply to nails, and now you have your actual sizing correct, and you can start designing. And you can see that your thumb is wider than your pinky, and so on and so forth. Everything is measured according to what you just put in there. It's extra long square, just like what I picked in the measurement tool. And then you can start designing. So that is feature number, I don't know. Thank y'all for the likes. I think we're on feature number 4 for the 8.0 update. So this update is coming out tonight. So if you see up here at the top, there is a bar that tells you you are in the measurement view. So it says length and shape controls are overridden by the tip sizes. Those are the tip sizes that you chose. So that is one way to choose your tip sizes. There's also the tip library if you use specific tips for specific clients, or you just have a brand that you use all the time. Thank you for the roses. If you have a brand that you use all the time, there's tips in the tip library as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the page. And let's see, our tip library, for those who don't know, there are some manufacturers in here preloaded. Apres, Beatles, Novo Ovo, and this other one I can't pronounce. I just added another one for Beatles, Coffin Long. Someone asked me on my live, could I add that? And I did find the measurements. Thank you for the heart me. I did find the measurements for that. So Coffin Long for Beatles is now in here. And how it works is you find your manufacturer and you pick your sizing. And I should stop this for the YouTube people. Oops, I shouldn't have said YouTube. For the Red app people, because y'all know this already. This is an update video. So I'm going to stop it for for the, for my YouTube audience. I'm going to just keep saying YouTube. Oh, well. But yeah, that's 8.